What's good with it, YouTube world? It's Coffee. Tapping back in with another one, man. What's going on, Bills Mafia? Or just fellow football fans in general that may tune into this one. Got a couple topics, some news to get into with y'all real quick, man. And first up, you see all the ish popping up on the screen. We're talking about son of living hip hop legend Warren G, Olaijah Griffin, who the Bills signed, going into last season as an undrafted free agent. It was pretty big news. I made a video on it. A lot of interest, a lot of talk going on. It was just cool in general. You know what I mean? Like, Bills going into the season looking as serious Super Bowl contenders just like this year. You know what I'm saying? This the year we get in that ring. You know what I'm talking about? And, Warren G was posting all about the Bills. Like, we were all like, man, like, this is pretty lit. You know what I'm saying? When we see Warren G at the Bills games, etc. You know what I mean? And this dude did big things at USC. And going into college, he was the number 9 ranked corner in all the nation. A lot of football programs were really interested in recruiting this dude. Originally, I guess he was going to go to UCLA, but in the end, he decided on USC. And after going undrafted, he was just heartbroken. You know what I mean? Like, he was taking to social media, letting it be known, like, man, I feel so low, etc. And then the Bills signed him, and it was, it lifted his spirits, and things were looking up and all that. You know what I mean? But ultimately, he ended up being cut last year, going into the regular season, final cuts. But we did sign him to the practice squad where he was at all season. And, after the first preseason game against Indy just last week, this year, he was out there, they're saying 51% of the snaps. So he was on the field a lot, only ended up having one tackle. I don't think he broke up any passes or anything like that. But I mean, it's only one game, but all in all, the Bills decided to move on from him and cut him. And first off, all my Bills fans, what do you guys think about this? Did you want to see him possibly get moved over to the active roster, as we're still not 100% of what our corner, our secondary is going to look like. We still got Trey out probably like the first quarter of the season, but we do got a lot of talent at corners. A big draft pick, that we took and everything. Like, I don't know. I'm just curious to know if any Bills fans thought, like, maybe this is a mistake, or are you just like, yo, all in all, like, not really big news to me. What do you think? You know what I mean? But he was already claimed, signed over in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Always got to point that out. Only one team in New York State, y'all. And Bills fans are like, rolling their eyes on Twitter is what the reports are, as like, we got some former Bills over there. And, obviously our old offensive coordinator as the head coach with the Giants. And then, Feliciano, just to name a couple. And, man, yeah, Feliciano, like, I don't know about this guy. You know what I mean? He was recently talking his ish. Rubbed me the wrong way. I was pointing out in one of my videos, you know what I mean, how when he wanted, it was either when Diggs or Josh Allen signed their big extension, it hit Twitter some screenshots from text where he was hitting up either Josh or Stephon, wanting the other's number to congratulate them. And they were like, yeah, John, it's not you, Johnny. You ain't getting the number. There's a reason you ain't got it. And, recently he took some little shots at the Bills and in the media and whatnot. Like, it's crazy with this guy. You see him, he looks like, it's funny, he's in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I'm thinking like, The Sopranos, the Bada Bing, what was that, Newark, New Jersey? Feliciano looks like he should be a bouncer at a strip club or something, right at the Bada Bing. You know what I mean? Remember that guy, Tony, used to always flip out on and beat his ass? That, like, John Feliciano looks like he would fit into that role perfectly. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just had to throw that in there. But if any Giants fans do catch this video, what do you guys think? Does Griffin have a shot, to get on the active roster with the Giants? What's your guys' secondary looking like? What's your guys' corner depth looking? Guys achieve great things in the NFL. Then we see other guys who, were just sitting, waiting to get their shot to get out there in regular season, at all different positions, get out there and show they can make a difference for their team. You know what I mean? Like individuals who are kind of in the middle of the depth chart or whatever, like they just need that shot to prove themselves. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with Griffin if he does get a real shot to compete as a starter with the Giants or whatever. And then in some other light news, you know what I'm saying? Nothing major here, but in our second preseason game coming up against the Denver Broncos, which, gotta say real quick, I'm just so glad that the preseason is only 3 games now. Like, you guys know with the CBA and everything that was being discussed for so long to, extend the regular season, which I'm not a big fan of that. I thought 16 was the magic number, you know what I mean? But everyone seemed to agree that the preseason was too long at 4 games, but we didn't see no starters out there in the first game. Second game, Josh Allen is going to start. They're also saying that a lot of starters are going to, a healthy amount of starters are going to be out there, hit the field. We'll get to see what they're looking like. But I mean, all in all, we know preseason football ain't about ish unless, guys who are competing to get on the team or whatever. And, with the Bills, I'm still curious to know what everyone thinks about our backup quarterback battle. What the fuck, y'all? Backup quarterback battle with Case Keenum and Matt Barkley. As Keenum was rather underwhelming in our first preseason matchup. A lot of people got a lot of love for Barkley. He was our backup for a couple years, a fan favorite, loved in the locker room. And we all can't forget the way he debuted with the Bills was like so uplifting, as in Josh Allen's rookie season. Josh went down with that injury, and he, who I will never name, ended up playing a good chunk of games and just continued to ish the bed like never seen before. Like, it was just ridiculous. I hate even thinking back on this. And that's why I won't even say his name. You know what I mean? I don't want that bad juju. You feel me? But after that, Buster couldn't get it done. Derek Anderson came in off the street, basically. Played a game against the Patriots. And then I believe we got Barkley, who went out there and had a flawless victory against the New York Jets. Just was throwing long balls, all kinds of ish. I think, who caught those? Was it Isaiah McKenzie? I can't remember, but it was just so great. Like, after we had went through that however many week slump, that was just like, you know what I mean? So what do you think about the backup QB battle? What do you think about the starters playing this week? And Denver is taking note in their, local sports media that Von Miller, is returning to Denver. Will he play at all? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, this is just some quick news. It's Jay Coffee Talk signing out. Much love. I'm out of here, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, join the discussion, stay tuned. Daily videos talking music, news, sports, and much more. I'm about here, y'all. Peace.